We start by distributing the 10 through the parentheses, which gives us 10w squared plus 10 equals 29w. Now let's subtract 29w from both sides. And we have 10w squared minus 29w plus 10 equals 0. And we're going to try factoring this one using the AC factoring method. So we're looking for two numbers whose product is 10 and whose sum is, well, whose product is 10 times 10. So we start by multiplying the A times the C terms, 10 times 10. We're looking for two numbers whose product is 100. That's 10 times 10. And whose sum is 29. Now 100 is 10 squared, which is 2 times 5 squared, which is 2 squared times 5 squared. So in order to have a sum of 29, all the 2's would have to stay together as a group. So that'll be 4. And let's put the 5 squared in the other side, which is 25. And so there we have 25 times 4 is 100, and 25 plus 4 is 29. So those are the two numbers that we need. Now we're going to rewrite the middle term using those two numbers. That is the middle term. So, and this is using 25 and 4, those two numbers we just found. Okay, let's do that. We get 10w squared minus 25w minus 4w plus 10 equaling 0. Because negative 25w, negative 4w adds up to negative 29w's. So now, we can use factor by grouping to finish this. Because if we factor the first two and the second two terms separately from each other, we get 5w can be factored out of the first two. 5w times 2w is 10w squared. 5w times negative 5 is negative 25w. So this means we also have a 2w minus 5 over here. And what had to be factored out, therefore, was a negative 2. Negative 2 times 2w is negative 4w, and negative 2 times negative 5 is positive 10. So now we can factor out that 2w minus 5, which is a factor in both terms. So we end up with 5w minus 2 times 2w minus 5 equaling 0. And each of those factors will give us one of the roots. If this is 0, then 5w is equal to 2, and w there is equal to 2/5. So there's one of the possible solutions for w. That will make this factor 0. And the other one, 2w minus 5 is equal to 0 when 2w is equal to 5, which means w would equal 5 halves. So there's a second solution to this quadratic equation. Two solutions.